Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Andrea and today I have my fourth, I think, update for the hashtag That's Expensive project pan. This was created by Misty here on YouTube and Instagram, and I will have her channel and her Instagram link down below, along with, I believe I have a playlist for this, but if not, I will create one along with my playlist. And it's pretty self-explanatory, just trying to get some use out of our more expensive items that otherwise might just be sitting by the wayside waiting for that special occasion when, let's face it, there's not a lot of special occasions going on right now, so might as well use them. And Misty says this in all of her updates, but it doesn't necessarily have to be like super high end. It's just what's the most expensive in your collection. Like for some people, I don't know, like a Physicians Formula butter bronzer might be their most expensive bronzer. So it's not like you have to have the Fenty bronzer and, you know, something like high end with that price point. It can be whatever is most expensive in your collection. So this is a year-long project pan. It is 8 to 10 items. It's rolling style. So once you finish something, you roll something else in. I'm working on 9 items at a time, so that's just the number that I landed on. So I'm just gonna stop like blabbing. I'm not even saying anything. So I'm just gonna start getting into my update. So my first item is my Nest Fragrances Grapefruit and Verbena like body mist. I've used this 7 more times this past month. I've used it a total of 33 times since the beginning of the project, and I finally have enough use on it where I can mark something. So with 33 uses, this is how much is gone. And 33 uses means 66 sprays because I spray this twice when I use it. So this is probably gonna last me for like 10 years, but that's okay because I really love the scent. But yeah, this is just, I mean, it's never gonna roll out of this project, let's just put it that way. But I'm okay with that because it's a very nice, like clean, citrusy scent, and there's not much more to say about it. I just really like it, and I'm glad that I'm using it. The next item I rolled out last month, but I did keep the packaging just, well, one, because I keep it for my April empties, but my Urban Decay All-Nighter Spray, I used it like 2 or 3 more times and then it was done. I used this for a total of 90 times before I emptied it, which I don't know if that's like really good or not. I think, what are these worth? Well, what do they cost? That's around like 30 cents per use. So probably not the most cost efficient setting spray out there, but I do really enjoy it. So this one is out. I did already roll in a different item for this, but I wanted to show you that I actually did finish it. Okay, my next item is my Becca liquid highlighter in Champagne Pop. You can see I tried to like do my best to scrape down the product on the sides, which wasn't my best, wasn't very good, but I'm like about down here. That's like the lowest point of the windowing. So I used this 14 times in the past month, and I've used it a total of 65 times since the beginning of the project. Like, this thing is really hanging on. I did not think I had that many uses left in it. I will be cautiously optimistic and say this might be done for next update, but if not, definitely the update after that, because there's really not that much in here, but we'll see. Next is probably one of my slowest moving products. It is my Sala Creme Rose hand lotion. I've only used it 4 times in the past month. I've used it a total of 39 times since the beginning of the year, which really surprises me, just because I just don't use hand cream a lot, especially now that it's getting nice outside. Like, I don't need it as much, so I don't use it as much. This thing will probably be in here until the end of the year because I just don't use hand lotion that much, but it's a rose scent that is not an old lady rose scent, so I really enjoy it, and I'm just gonna keep it on with this one. Next, I have my Oma Beauty Say What foundation. I've used this 12 times the past month for a total of 43 times. I'm working on 3 foundations right now. Actually, one of the foundation that's in my 50 Shades of Purple project is too light for me. This is still too dark for me, so I've replaced like my Revolution highlighter drops that I was mixing with this, and I mix the other foundation in with this, so I get uses on both of those. So I trade off, like I'll use those 2 foundations one day, and then I'm also working on a ColourPop stick foundation in my Child of the 80s project pan, so I switch off days on what I'm wearing. So I wear this about half of the month, but I still made pretty decent progress line. Like, I'm not 100% sure if that's really where I'm at. It was kind of, I was having some problems figuring it out. So that is the best approximation of where I believe I'm at, but still some good progress for 12 times, and I don't even use a full pump every time I use it. So I do, like, this is my favorite foundation. I love it, especially when you mix it with other things. Like, it just makes, I'm not wearing it today. I'm wearing my ColourPop stick foundation today, but like I never have a bad foundation day. Like, I might have bad makeup days, but it doesn't have anything to do with my foundation. So next in my never-ending line of Oma Beauty products, I have my Stay Woke concealer. I've used this, I use this every day. So I've used it 30 times in the past month. I've used it 117 times since the beginning of this project. I did take out the stopper. I don't think you'll be able to see inside very well, but I might, depending on how much is actually left in here, I might be able to finish this up by the next update. It doesn't look like there's very much product left, but I don't need to use a ton of this stuff, so it lasts for a really long time, and I really like this concealer. It's really nice. Would I buy it at full price? Probably not, because even if it does last a long time, $25 for a concealer is a lot, in my opinion, but it's a good one, so if it's on sale, I'll definitely buy it again. But I have another tube of a different shade, so I am set with this concealer for a minute. My next long haul item is my Oma Beauty Double Take Sculpt and Strobe Duo Stick. I finally decided to like measure my progress on the lid, so we're starting with lid marks, but as I say in every update, one use for me for this is I use both sides. Like, I always use both sides together. So when I say I've used it 30 times, that means 30 uses of the bronzer and 30 uses of the highlighter. And I've used this a total of 112 times since the beginning of the year. I also use this on like every single day pretty much. So the bronzer, this is what rolled all the way down. This is what it's looking like. This is where it's at on the cap when it's rolled all the way up. The highlight, you can see I've actually like worked my way down a bit from there. I can see because of my ring light, I've rolled it down to about there. This is where it is on the cap. So I use more of the highlighter than I do of the bronzer. There's also less product on the highlighter side than the bronzer side. It's 5 grams of the highlighter and 6 grams of like the contour bronzer shade. So the highlighter I might, probably not, but might finish the highlighter side this year. The bronzer side is not going to get finished, but I really like the highlighter. I don't really care for. It doesn't really show up. It's a very subtle highlight, so I always put something on top of it anyway. This cream contour sculpting side, I really like. I think it's actually my only cream bronzer, but I really like it. Another slow moving product is my Too Faced Pomegranate blush. I've only used it 3 more times this month, and I've only used it 19 times total since the beginning of the project. I do weigh these things, but that's mostly like just for my information because I'm too lazy to edit all the weights and everything into my video. But from last month, with those 3 uses, it went down 0.01 grams. So am I going to hit pan in this year? Probably not, but it is a very pretty blush, like blush topper. Like, I know that's supposed to be kind of like a highlighter, but that does not gonna work for me as a highlighter. But I like to just mix them together anyway. But yeah, another slow moving long haul product, but that's okay. Then next we have my rotating shadow, which this month I put in my Clionadh Cosmetics Kiln shadow, which I'll give you a swatch. I did use this 6 times, so with these my goal is 5 times, so 6 is pretty good. And I do not pay attention, because if I did, I would have known that I already rolled Kiln into this project. It was my the very first shadow I rolled in for this project, but what are you gonna do? I used it twice, it's fine. But and then my new shadow that I'm going to put in is my Clionadh Cosmetics shadow in Anil. And I'm sorry if you can hear my neighbor mowing their lawn extremely loudly, very annoying, but what are you gonna do? This is like a bluey purple green shadow. Like, look at how green that looks there, but oh well, it looks really green, but then you can see like blue and purple, maybe. I never know the best way to show the shifts on these, but yeah, this is the, and of course I don't have anything to wipe my hands on. That is the Clionadh shadow that I'm going to roll in for May. And again, my goal is just to like try to use them 5 times, but really just any amount of use on those is what I'm looking for. And then the item that I rolled in last month to replace my all-nighter spray is my Oma Beauty Cleopatra ink eyeliner. And I rolled it in because I've had it for a while. I've never opened it. It was like brand new when I put it in the project, but I've had it for a while and I was afraid it would start to dry out. Well, guess what happened? I managed to use it 14 times, but from the very beginning it was dry. So I don't know if it was just like I got a bad eyeliner, or I waited too long to use it, or if that's just the formula, which if it is, that's not good, because every single time I used this, I had to go over it with a different black liquid liner because I could barely get anything to show up. And I gave it a good shot. Like, I used it 14 times and it was just like, it's not good. So this is rolling out of the project after 1 month, so that is gone. And I'm rolling something new in its place. I am going to roll in this Inica Organic lip crayon in the shade Rose Petal. I need to sharpen it, but it's this pretty like brownie rose nude lip crayon, which I feel like it's a very pretty shade on its own, but because I'm also working on a bunch of different glosses in different projects, I feel like this would be a good like base for some glosses. So I did make a line for it in my little makeup spreadsheet chart thing. So it's up here, and that is where we are starting for the month of April. And my goal is going to be to finish it up. I got this in a Kinder beauty box, and according to like the little insert that came with the box showing how much everything is, this is $25 for a lip crayon. Way more than I would spend on a lip crayon, but it's a nice one, so I'm gonna put it in this project, and I mean, it's probably, I don't even know if I'll be able to finish it up this year because I've never finished up like a lip crayon like this before, so I don't know how long it would take me, and I'm working on a lot of lip products, so I'm not going to get a ton of use on this anyway, but figured I'd throw it in here, why not? So that was my update for the hashtag That's Expensive Project Pan. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're staying safe and sane and healthy, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye!